Hi, bird. So I was just charging my mic. Sorry. I hope everything is fine. Almost forgot the controls. Switch scenes. That was good. How is everyone doing on this? Fantastic night. As I finished doing back to back to back to back recordings, so I can edit later. So that's gonna be fun. Okay, it's fully charged. Cool. Good to know. Ooh, I should probably tell the group chat that I is alive. That's effort. That is so much effort. It's so much effort that I can't be bothered. Oh well. I have to say, our life, beginning and always, I think the first one's called. That one's going pretty well so far, which is good. Good things always last for short periods of times, anyway. I did also just go through the entirety of the tutorial, customize my character prior to starting the stream. My priorities are in check. I could have done it whilst I was on my side stream page. I've also got some guests with me. Dumb and Dumber, or Silverhog 1 and Silverhog 2. Also known as Rare and Bear. Bear's just looked at me. Hi, Mr. Boise. You can go back to sleep, mate. I'm not talking crap about you, I promise. I love you. I do. I don't think he believes me. He's staring me down. Oh, no, he's moved his head. Oh. No, he's looking at me. Go back to sleep, you moron. Go back to sleep. Go on. You know you wanna. I'm convinced that Rhea is sleeping. Hey, Ray! Ah. Are you not sleeping, Missy? You look like you were. I'm sorry if you were. And I woke you up. My bad. Boise's gone back to sleep. And looks like Rhea's planning on doing the same. Wonderful. Very wonderful indeed. But yeah, that Mr. Boise is on my sofa, on his pillow. And then Ray is just in the center of my dad's sofa. Oh, nice cut up. Yeah, Leopold. So cute. If I could, I would show you guys, but I currently can't. Which is very unfortunate. But hey, talking about my dogs isn't what you guys are here for, is it? This game is. I put you in full screen! Why? Why are you like this? Why did you go back to windowed? You were in full screen a moment ago. God. Okay. I didn't even notice it changed. I probably could have done the same if I looked hard enough in the first game. Also, if you ask me anything about this game, I don't remember. I did not read the tutorial properly at all. I also haven't updated my PNG. Whoopsies. It's gonna get a little confusing. I like my glow. I say glowy green. I like my bright green eyes. It's like recording and streaming, but editing is just like dull green. So I might just keep it like that. I don't know. I might change it to fit editable PNG. But anyway, welcome to Golden Grove, where it is only fall, and we are in step 1, childhood. There are 4 steps. From what I think I read, stage 1, childhood, we are 10 years old. Stage 2, adolescence, we are like 14 or 13. Stage 3, young adult, we are 18. The end stage, I don't remember, full adult, I don't remember what it's called, is 22. Hi, Owl! Childhood, teen, young adult. What's the final stage? Other than just adulthood. Because I'm not reading it. Oh, it is just adult. Okay. Cool. Glad we called that one up. But yeah, I only remember the ages. Welcome. It looks so cute, but I prefer the summer one. Definitely not because of Curve. More than any place you'd seen before, it could be one of your old picture books to show a little kids what autumn was supposed to be. I love that I cut off some of the words because of my placements. Yeah, but also no. What we are, our mom artificially inseminated herself. That is literally in the tutorial. Mommy artificially inseminated herself, so we don't have a dad. Still. We're going strong with motherhood. I wonder if I can maybe move my PNG slightly. Hang on a sec. Oh, that's the. I clicked on my PNG. I'm gonna go right into the corner and lock my shelf. I should lock the game capture so it won't budge. That'd be useful. No, he never showed up. He didn't even go for milk. He just turned to dust. There weren't any green trees or bushes, but there weren't any bare branches yet. It was almost the same as normal. All that had changed were the colors: red, orange, yellow, brown. I think when my character talks, there's going to be like an image, so you can see what I did. I sketch! I think there's an image of my character somewhere in this. Even the blue of the sky high above your head seemed different than it did in summer. It wasn't as bright either, as though it had gone tired of sparkling by this late in the year. Or like it was even farther away from you, now that you're in this place. The planets in the sky didn't get... The plants! Where did the E come from? God! The laxative. Great. I made the same mistakes in the other game when recording. It was funny. The plants in the sky didn't get this way where you lived. Where you used to live. Wonder what that means. I don't know why, but it would be kind of funny if if our main character from the last game was this character's parents, and it was like like an alternate timeline thing where you never got to meet Cove or romance him. That would be kind of funny. But I'm pretty sure that's not how the game goes anyway. It's just kind of funny. Your thoughts continued to jump around while you stood there, in the big circle of the street at the end of the road. Now correct me if I'm wrong. God damn, I'm still cutting off words. Fucking damn it. I'm moving just a smidge over and I'm still cutting off something. Oh well. But I'm pretty sure this is a close. I'm gonna go into window mode. I might not cut stuff off that way. The text just won't be as big. I moved my wheel again. It was a weird path to you. It couldn't take you ahead or to the sides of anywhere else. Like most streets you've gone down. It only came right here with those big houses. I just realized you can't see where I'm pointing. But the house at the point in the circle tower thing, that one looks really interesting. And the farthest one kind of gives me like either Beetlejuice family house vibe or Wednesday Addams house vibe. The Addams family house, if it was smaller. It's not one of those two vibes that I get from the darker house. It's interesting. The view in front of you was something you'd only ever seen in photos before from stapled together papers that advertised the middle house being for sale. I guess the middle house is then our house that we live in? I guess? It had been a picture book to you until this day. Now you knew that it felt like fall here too because it was cold outside. Chilly enough that sometimes you held your eyes closed for a few seconds longer than usual to keep your eyeballs from feeling like they were going to freeze inside your head. This was a real place. The icy air surrounding you said, and you were really in it. And this was where you were going to stay. That was new. Your mother and you had lived in apartments before, and never for a very long time each time. What the fuck happened there? And never for very long each time. That was until she got on a big job in this not that big town and bought a big house. You wouldn't be going anywhere else for a long time. Now that moment, you couldn't imagine being there forever. But that's just the way it was. The old town house at the very end of the long round road, was now your house, standing tall with two others by its side. So I guess the other two are like our friend's house? That's interesting. Those buildings were homes too, with their own people living inside. And those people in those ancient houses were going to be your neighbors. Oh, choice. I also couldn't decide between the little backpack image. So there's a bunch of little pictures to choose from. And they wouldn't let me select several, which felt sad. But also makes sense. So we went for a little exploration back. Okay, what choice do we make? Because we're in this together. What is our choice? I'm doing what cover comes says it first as well. So we shall see. Okay, I might not get any response anytime soon. Oh boy. Guess I'll have to choose myself then. This kind of gives me the feeling that we're numb inside about all of it. So I guess I'll do that. Since I'm not getting anything from chat. You didn't care a lot where you were before, and you felt the same about this new place. At least your mother was still with you. Not like your father. He doesn't know who you are. Well, that is kind of haha funny. That hurts. Ugh. This was your mother's fault for getting a nice paying job. No! No matter what, you'd keep looking out for your mother. Mother! Someone had to make sure she was okay. Look, it's a little mom! I made her look nice. Or at least as nice as I could customize her. Callie, come on over and take a look. Oh, that was your mother's voice. You hadn't noticed she'd gone so far. That was enough to bring you comfort, and you made yourself move towards the unknown in order to reunite with her. After the cul-de-sac road, I have a bunch of those near where I live. It's like every fifth turn, you reach a cul-de-sac. Then turn across the lines of the grass and sidewalk. You reach the picket fence your mother called from. The gate was unlocked. Unlike the other houses in front of you, was a tiny... in front of yours was a tiny great stone walkway that led up to a couple little steps, and those steps led to a door. No, really? I thought it led to a portal. You dragged your feet across the rocks and dirt. The small private path was more uneven than you thought, and the tip of your shoe got caught on the raised edge between the ground and stone. It caused you to stumble up the line before arriving at the end of the rocks. You steadied yourself before carefully going up the tiny stairs. And there your mother was, standing at the edge of the porch, arms folded and waiting. Look at mother! She is a respectable woman with pinkish red hair. Because I had pinkish red hair. I don't think I could have changed her hair color. So I think that's all there to stay. But like, mother! She must have been moving around before, because the shiny opal earrings she had on were twisting from side to side a little bit. Oh, they are pretty earrings. You knew they were real opal stones because she told you before, when she first got them. She also told you a long time ago that her normal name, not mother, was Opal. Opal was opal stone earrings that are made out of real opal. Does that mean opal earrings are made, since they're made out of real opal, are made out of her? Because she is opal. I think I just made that really confusing for myself. My brain hurts now. Her clothes were the colors of a cloudy day after rain had already come and gone. The kind of day that could be cold and bad, or really relaxing and comfy. It depended. You wondered which way she looked at from. You didn't know. The rest of her, though, was much more bold, especially the matching purpley cranberryness of her hair and eyes. I knew it was pinkish red, but it was more purple. There wasn't a lot of things out in the world with that color that could feel gloomy. Everyone would always say that the purple in your hair and eyes come from her. That part seemed cool. Part of your mother ended up in you. Mother smiled at you. It made you feel soft and warm on the inside, as your mother was on the outside. What do you think? It's a pretty place, huh? I've seen worse junk, I've seen better places. It's beautiful. Gonna have my own room, right? Stinks, you said bluntly. It stinks, you said jokingly. It's okay, Gus. I hate this. Stared at her blankly. You nodded eagerly. You shook your head furiously. You refused to even look at her. Gonna have my own room, right? You will, my dear. Her mouth stayed in the shape of a smile, but her eyes and eyebrows changed, bending in a way that made her seem like she wasn't really smiling. Or it was some other kind of smile. She put a hand on one of the white painted pole things that kept the porch roof from falling down. Her fingers moved along it. Wouldn't be too much longer. The real estate agent should be here to hand over the keys in a couple hours or so. Then it'll be official. We'll be the newest residents of Golden Grove. You shifted your weight from one foot to the other. This was a big deal to your mother. Her whole life was changing too. You hoped it wouldn't be a mistake. You didn't want your mother to be sad. Well, you've seen the yard and outside. You don't have to wait here in the entire town. How about you go look around the rest of the neighborhood? She bent down, placing her hands on her knees in order to speak directly to you on the same level. Oh god, it's like one of those incorrect quotes, where it's like, can you look at things from my perspective? And then you've got one that crouches down, one that kneels down, one that just straights up still on the floor, and then the response is like, Rude. I love that. It's a safe town, especially in this area. You'll be able to play freely out here. You perked up at the suggestion. You jumped happily, your eyes wide with fear. You grasped her hands wanting to stay together. You huffed unhappily, you frowned at her. You merely shrugged. You covered your face with your hands not wanting to go. You turned your face away from her in defiance. Please, you aren't a baby. What could possibly go wrong? Getting kidnapped is always a real option. Even in a safe town, you never know what's going to happen. You didn't need her to say it was okay. You could look out for yourself. You frowned at her. Your mother went back to her normal way of standing, with her head high up and arms folded. You're not having fun, I understand. You stay here, you'll continue to not have fun. And if you leave, you might also not have fun. But still, maybe you will. Such a hopeful woman. Such a precious being. You might as well roll the dice. Just don't stray into any other streets today. You grumbled about the restriction. You gave a thumbs up. You didn't care about the rules, but you kept that to yourself. I won't. I promise. There's no I in that. It's not there. Yes, mother. There's basically the attitudes. The main must draw go inwards. It's not good. Yes, mother. Thank you. I trust you. With that, you spun on your heels, lifted your chin, and stomped down the stairs back towards the sidewalk. Angsty little 10-year-old. Stomping. Step 1. Prologue. Your shoes really squished into the dirt part, and you crossed from where you were down to the solid road. So you got path, stone, dirt for the walkways. The smell of grass and rain-softened ground, crisp through somehow also kind of musty, hung in the air, bringing a whole new year of school with it. Oh God, school. You're going to be a 5th grader. It would be completely different from being a 4th grader. And not just because you'll be attending a new school. You'd be in the highest grade of the place. Maybe that's why your mother was so sure you could do this by yourself. You were growing up. But that thought didn't make you feel any better about it at all. Then before you took one more step, there was a faint tap against your shoulder. It was barely stronger than the wind, but it was definitely something. And it was completely out of nowhere. Huh. You wondered what that was. That was like the most reasonable one I could do. It was kind of weird. You slowly glanced down to the right and then the left, trying to get an idea where the poke could have come from. No one was there. The neighborhood was empty except for you. You would have settled on it being a mystery forever if you didn't notice that there was a thing left from the encounter. Sitting there between the muddy brown blades of the grass was something new. Oh, it was an airplane. Look, it's me! In the corner! A very unamused me. With heterochromia. Because it gave me that option and I was certainly gonna take it. I was half tempted to make it more like my PNG. But then I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go with how I mostly did the first one. And I saw heterochromia. So I went for it. Who would throw this at a stranger, and why would they disappear after doing it? As you considered those questions, your gaze shifted back towards the right of the street where the tap came from. Whoever sent this to you must have gone that way. You crouched down together, wanting some kind of answer to what had happened. The paper didn't feel the same crinkly, crankly way most normal paper did. It was thicker, somehow, almost like a piece of cloth. It was cottony. That wasn't the only part that stood out. The page was a tan color with brown lines. Not white and blue or white and black, something regular. More questions started to the confusion. Where would paper like this have come from? You turned the paper airplane around in your hands, squinting your eyes keenly. There were pencil markings on the underside. Paper had scribbles, or maybe even letters. That was enough of a sign to undo the shape someone had put together. You pulled at the flaps of the plane and flattened it out between your palms as best as you could. It was true. The paper plane had a message. Well, maybe. There were some words on it, but not a lot, and they were on different lines from each other. You read each tiny part from top to bottom. Hello. Go out. Hide out. And then, in the bottom of the corner was Callie Wolf. Your name. It had been addressed to you personally. There was no mistake that you were the one meant to get the plane. You scrunched up your face. A person wrote stuff on a piece of paper, turned it into a paper airplane, threw it at another person, and the message they sent was that? This scared you. Someone was messing with you, and it didn't make sense. Brain is not functioning words that are on screen in front of me. It's kind of haha funny moment. You had to tell your mother right now. Mother, someone's out here. You charged up to the white pickets and stumbled through the gate, nearly tripping in your haste to return to the yard. Mother was still right on the porch where she'd been before. She was already coming to meet you. Your bustle had flustered her, and she spoke with concern to her edge? With a concerned edge to her voice. What is it, Callie? What are you holding? Surely you stared at one of the rocks in the pathway and held out the paper to your mother to check. She didn't take the paper away from you, only scanned it with her eyes while tapping a finger against her cheek. It's alright. You can go back out. It's not a dangerous message. I think you might even be able to figure out where this paper came from. The way she talked was so knowing able. It was like she already had the answer, even though you had experienced more with the paper than she had. Somehow you guessed your mother knew everything about everything. What is she? God? That was the only got her. It was amazing. Good luck. Oh, I bet she did it. She lowered the hand she was poking her cheek to give you an encouraging thumbs up. Your mother was right. You could get to the bottom of it. Fine, you had to walk around again. Unconfident but out of options, you decided to try and figure out what was happening. Paper was still grasped in your fingers. You turned around and returned the way you'd become a couple times now. And then you began walking around the cul-de-sac's path that full afternoon. Throughout the parts where the light shone through the clouds, and parts where it got darker you went along. The half circle of houses were out of sight by the time the normal sidewalk ended. And it really ended. Instead of connecting to another street with homes or stores, there was a car road behind you, and a bunch of trees with plain ground in front. Going down the road would have to bring you to the rest of the town eventually. But you were sure that would be straying too far, like your mother warned against. That was okay. You had other options. Bending in between the dark trunks and the bright leaves were two lines, stamped out through the grass. They went in different options. Different options? Different directions. It was a crossroad. One led more towards where the neighborhood was. Further back, right on the edge of where the forest started. The other went completely in the trees. A walking path for the people who lived here. You stood at the start of the turning point in the woods. In your life, the boys moved towards over the stirring thicket floor. But you didn't know where you were going. How could you know which one was better? You never tried either, and there were no clues on where to start now. It was like a puzzle. It was a puzzle that made you pause. You thought about it as hard as you could, even shutting your eyes to focus. And finally, you went along the tree line to your right, and your journey continued. The path ended up being kind of trick. You ran out of dirt to walk on after a minute or two, and it became plain grass everywhere. Luckily, you only had to keep following the curved bend of the bush and the tree trunks that separated the forest from not the forest to know where you planned to go. Then, as you strolled even further, something came into view. You almost didn't notice it at first. Stretching about as high as the trees and made out of practically the same colored wood as a tower sort of thing. The bottom of it was mostly empty space with thin poles sticking out the corner, and only one full wall. There were little fake rocks stuck to the boards of the wall side, probably for people to climb on. I reckon this is like the hideout. Above was an actual floor with a slanty roof and railings around. Some rope dangled off in multiple places. The thought came to you that it might have been the same feeling as a tree house, except not a tree, and it definitely wasn't a real house. You might have found a local playground. Cautiously, you moved closer until you came to a stop. Because you had the shocking realization that there was something up in there at the top. Your eyes wide and your neck bent so far you might fall over. You could make a lumpy pile. You just stood there looking. What else could be done at a time like that? But you were only able to wonder about the top of the tower mystery and silence for a little while. Then the sudden sound of pattering ruckus from inside the fort made you flinch in place. It was scrambling, thudding noise that you knew came from movement. That lump stopped being a lump. It shot up, bent right over the railing, head down, saw you. Ooh, she pretty. I think it's a she. It could be a he, though. They're pretty. There we go. Problem solved. It was a kid. You like the fluffy hooded coat they had on. It is really cute. The silent standoff of surprise played out between you and the stranger. Then, altogether, one half of their mouth, one of their eyebrow, and one of their hands shifted upwards. That lopsided pose they had, and the fact that they were at the top of the tower made them seem pretty in charge here. Who are you and why are you in my backyard? Oh, they were in charge here. I didn't know this was your backyard. I couldn't tell. Sorry. Somehow they twisted their smile and leaned over the railing even some more. Even more than before. Yeah, there's no fence, but there's a house right over there. If you look again, you can even see the back. It's the back of the house. And so is the backyard. My backyard. Because I live in that house. You knew what a house was and what a backyard was. The kid was making a joke of you. How could I have known that? How could I have known that faraway house went with all this open grass? Your defense didn't change their smug smile at all. I do have a pretty big backyard. Thank you for saying so. I mean, the fact that the path cut off might have also been a bit obvious. At that, They pressed the palms of their hands hard against the railing, then used it to kick their legs over the sides and throw themselves right off the fort. There was a powerful crunching gust of air when the person hit the ground, just a little to the side of where you were. They landed on their feet, crouching into a ball, and making the hood of their jacket flip over their head from the impact of falling so far down. The person stayed there for long enough that the leaves they stared at settled quietly onto the grass again. Then the kids straightened themselves out with more of a poise than you could have expected. Squared shoulders, chin up, and with one hand they pushed down the hood over their back again. They were confident and knew how to show it. That's that. That was so cool. Yeah, it was. Whatever. Sorry. They took hold of the open side of their jacket and flapped them out, shaking off bits of sticks and whatever other stuff they got on it when they collided with the dirt. Anyway, they shift their heads around to get their hair back over their shoulders the way it was before. Then they jabbed a finger into their own chest. I'm Mr. Q Lin? I don't know how to pronounce that. It means both the. I'm just gonna call them Q. Q's arms spread out openly, gesturing to the wide. Fuck off Facebook. Spread out openly, gesturing to the wide world around. Autumn. Nice to meet you. What's your name? I'm Kelly Wolf, and I use Mix and Miss. Mix and Miss? He said the same thing that you just did. But while it made sense to you, Q was confused. It was like you'd been talking backwards to him. How did your doctor figure that out? Did they have extra degrees? My doctor didn't know. I had to say what it was myself when I could. It's just a bunch of weird stuff people make up. You didn't answer that. You shouldn't ask that. I'm not sure. I figured it out myself. Really? You did? You thought what the doctors and adults said wasn't right and told everyone? Yeah, I did. After first gasping, a grin spread out across its whole face. You've got stuff figured out, and you're just a kid like I am. Don't know if I've got everything figured out forever. Maybe that'll be different later. It could change? Yeah, maybe. I'm impressed by your wisdom, Mix and Miss Kelly Wolf. Oh, but People should call me Cal, only my mother uses my name. Oh, but people sometimes call me Cal, except my mother. Oh, but my friends always call me Cal. Oh, but my friends sometimes call me Cal. Cool. I've got a nickname too. It's Autumn. Because like I said, that's what my name means. You can use it too if you want. Yeah, I'm just gonna call them Autumn. Thank you, Al. Now let me save real quick. Yes. I mean you could you could listen while you wash your hair. But this is essentially my character. Yawning. There I shan't. We use they, them, she, her. Current pronouns they, them. Terms based on pronouns. Age 10. We ambidextrous, I think. Then we are tall with medium body height. I mean body type. Tamara. Okay. Tamara is the other person, I guess. And then, yeah. Turn to the game. Well, you could still have it on in the background, even if you can't hear it. You can just lag. That also works. Alright. Wait, also, how old are you? We seem pretty similar to me. You felt with all 10 of your fingers? Autumn slapped his fingerless gloved hands against the front of his chest to show how taken aback he was. Whoa! So am I! Nobody else was close to exactly 10 before. But now there's you! And you're gonna grow up someday, and I'm gonna grow up too. But that's never gonna stop us from being the same age. Cool. Yeah, that's great. More 10-year-olds were better than less. But talk you were having ended with a clear from Autumn to bring it to a close. Oh, I'm definitely gonna play it as well after I finish the first game. Because that's important. I did buy Step 1's DLC. Because I did the non-DLC back to back to back to back. Well, hey, you get to watch me play. And be restless and impatient that way. You can listen to me butchering up all the freaking words. Now that we're people who know each other, I still want to hear what you were doing. I lived here my whole life in this town, in this neighborhood, in that house, and I've never seen you anywhere. There's gotta be something going on. Well, you had been exploring your new neighborhood and gone into his backyard by accident. But now that you'd really met someone to talk to, you can't help but wondering about this message again. Slowly you reached into your pocket and presented the mystery paper to Autumn. I got Step 1's DLC. Well, that's the only one, because I'm gonna go step by step, obviously. Ugh. And I'm probably not gonna be playing it all at once. Anyway, because I have... If I go to Discord and find my timetable that I sent to myself, I have Our Life 2 going up the 2nd of next month, followed up with Gun Bam Bam, then Joy of Creation, Pizza Simulator, some deleted cuts, another Our Life, then a Stardew Valley episode, which we need to record at some point, but we've got time. Probably do it on like a weekend. As long as it's not the 15th. Because I edit during the week. Oh, I need to record Pizza Simulator. And then I might be doing a Roblox game at some point. And then another Our Life. So I have 3 Our Life videos going up in October. With the last one being on the 30th. I also don't know which Our Life video I said. Oh, actually no, it was the last one I recorded. Summer. The summer one. Not summer. Damn. Later summer. Shopping. They both begin with S. The shopping one, because it mentions pretzels in it, I specifically said to comment below if I should get my dads to collab with me and make pretzels. So, if I get comments for that, then that might end up being a video for November or December. I don't know what's going to happen yet. Depends if I can get them to do it, if people want to see it. If they want to see it. Because fun. We like fun. Oh, we're stretching. Oh, yeah. But then you've also got there's Steam when you need it. There's also like that art book as well. Which costs a bunch of money. Oh. Don't need that. I'm on the wrong thing. This one. Shut up. Shut up, video. You've obviously got Cove Wedding Story, Baxter's Story, Derek's Story, the expansion, 2 and 3. And you've got the free voice one, but then you've also got the art book and the soundtrack, which costs a good chunk of the money. Which is also in the DLC card. Which... Gotta love it. I think if I go step by step, I'm probably not gonna bother with Dexter and Baxter's Story right away. That might just be a different thing I do. I don't know yet. I'll definitely look into it. But I don't think it's something I'm into. It does seem like Derek is in like step 2. Oh my god. Then Baxter's in 3 and 4. Oh, yeah. Oh wait, 15th is on a Sunday. Ooh, fun. My dad going somewhere on the 14th. Got that, why can't you leave freaking date these? Okay, right. He's done this one. Just like he's done. Okay. Right. That person. I think. Okay, yeah, that's the 15th. Okay, so we could do it on the 14th of September. Because I think my dad's going to see an FA Cup on the Saturday. That's what he's got dated on this. Just gonna patch up his writing. Because some of his lettering. This is one terrible whiteboard pen, Dad. The hell did you get this from? Oh, I need to invest in whiteboard cleaner because, like, I'm using stuff that you would, like, clean your countertops with. That kind of detergent spray. Oh, there goes my phone. Because, like, it cleans my whiteboard nicely, but I only need it because the whiteboard eraser thing is shite. So you reached into your pocket and presented the mystery paper to Autumn. Before you even said anything, Autumn wheezed with a tight grimace. He looked stiff as the wood tower behind him, just like that. You're a... He stammered and babbled and pointed his finger all around the space that was sort of in front of you, until the word finally came to him. A sorcerer! What? No, wait. Autumn threw his hands up higher towards his shoulders, then the sudden movement making sure nothing interrupted his train of thought. You're a thief. That's why you're here, to rob my house. That makes no sense. It makes sense. A whole $1. You just don't want to admit you're a criminal. So, we're gonna do 14th of September for recording. Is that why you seem perfect? Oh, almost fell backwards. Why did Mr. Bearsy go? Things fucked up. Wow. How rude. Baby boy's fucked up. I don't see him on the sofa. Ow, just text me the date because I'm also gonna forget it. Oh, you both have it currently and I never just text it to me. Because then we can't forget the date. Simple. Do you really think I'm a robber? You all fluttery with his laugh and the way you think of his finger. No, you're just a kid, but you got some good tricks. Autumn tugged one of his hands in his jacket. He moved it around there, humming the whole time. There was some kind of secret pocket or compartment in that coat. Aha! This is what you thought. When he removed his hand, he was grabbing onto something. It was a little notebook. The edges were bent up and crumbly, probably from being squished a lot of ways and a lot of time. And there were more papers sticking out in weird ways that you think they weren't even attached to the book anymore. Why are you so confused? Because I find it funny that I'm having a conversation with you and also playing video game. So I just text him freaking note. It would be so much easier. So then I can get on with my stream. Hang on. Looking September. Yeah. Ah, yes. Yes. This child is very confusing too. It's alright. What is this child? But then you notice the thing you notice the most were the colors. Tan would make my phone give a notification. With dark brown lines. It was the paper from the airplane. Autumn quickly flipped the books, tapped in a slow considering rhythm at the front page with the back of his knuckles, and said what you wanted to know without you having to do anything. That's my special paper with my notes on it, but it's not in my notebook, it was in your pocket. You must have done the thing. That's sleight of hand. Sleight of hand? That's what you did. To snatch my stuff in the blink of an eye while I was standing right here. So you're a magician or a pickpocket. That's all it could be. He shifted on his feet, putting one hand to his hip and the other to make a waggling gesture with the notebook. Autumn was really confident in his accusation against you. Can you show me how you did it? You do it. But that wavy motion Autumn did was too much for the old notebook. It bent in half upwards and downwards with the momentum of its owner's arm. Some of the papers slid out. They drifted to the ground slightly, the same way the leaves fell from the trees. You stared at them, sitting there freely, like that. Autumn didn't. You dramatically like your fingers to the ground. Oh, oh poor you, owl. Gotta love stream delay. Oh, stream delay is a bitch. I get that often as well. Huh? Autumn's eyes widened. He left his notebook over his head and twisted his feet more outwards, more to fully clear his view of the grass below. Finally, he spotted the missing pages. Wow, thanks. In the middle of talking, he dropped to his knees to scoop up the loose papers. It only took a second for each one to be gathered. He leaned off his knees onto his butt and made a little oof sound. From there, he got his feet against the ground while pushing up with his hands, still clutching the papers so he could stand again. With that successful rescue mission done, Autumn delicately flipped through the notebook, inserting the loose papers along the way. Between different pages, he went all the way to the end. Then Autumn's complete book was pressed shut once more. And that was really helpful. That really helped, Callie. A beaming smile directed right into your face almost had you covering your eyes. Before that happened, he looked away. Autumn twisted to the side to bear rummage inside the hidden pocket of his jacket. He made sure that the entire stack of papers made it back safely this time. He had a sigh of relief. An even swooping move, Autumn tilted his head back over his shoulder to reveal his face again. The bright expression from before was completely gone. He had that smirk again. So, did you see that? I don't lose anything. Next time I'm not gonna talk about feels kind of mean. Okay. Yep. I'm gonna keep laughing at yourself. Have you considered clear flashing said stream? Tis a possibility. You could try. I don't know. Autumn's fun with your reaction came out as a set of snickers. His cheeky mood drifted away once those were done. Autumn twisted the side to better rummage inside the hand pocket of his jacket. He made sure the notebook made it back to its normal spot. When he tilted his face back towards you, he was quiet and thoughtful. This is very mysterious. My paper vanished, and a brand new kid appeared in my backyard. All out of nowhere. I don't get it. I'm your neighbor. I moved in the middle house today. Oh, the new neighbors, that's right. That's you. That makes so much sense. Then Autumn shook his head side to side, flopping the dark brown strands of hair around, and trying to sort out his thoughts. But if you're just my new neighbor, not a thief or sorceress, how did you know that was my paper? I didn't know. Not for sure. What, you just showed my notes off to everyone you saw in the world? Huh? You breathed in, let out let it out, and then try to explain the weird situation that didn't even make sense to you. I got here today with my mother. She's waiting for the real estate agent, so I had time to spend doing something. I went down the road, and a paper airplane hit me in the shoulder, and nobody was there. Autumn nodded along, probably not getting everything you were talking about. Okay, Owl. Adios for now. But curious to keep listening. I picked it up and opened the plane and saw stuff written on it. I thought the person throwing the plane was trying to give me a message. But I stopped thinking about that and went to explore around the neighborhood. It's just, when I met you, I wanted to see if maybe you were the one who was trying to talk to me before, after all. I don't think I'll be streaming in a few hours, but we'll see what happens. You went over the steps that led you to this point as best as you could, and Autumn joined in with the conclusion. It wasn't me who made any airplane. You can still refresh a stream on your phone. It's called leaving the stream and open it up again. Just saying. But the page and things on it are mine. He put his hands on his hips as he thought hard about the info he learned from you. That means someone else got a piece of paper from my notebook and used it to make a plane they chucked at you for some crazy reason. I guess so. But if you're the one who wrote that, how did you have my name? That was on the note. What were the other words supposed to mean? Hello, go out, hide out, Callie Wolf. It doesn't make sense. Oh! Autumn cracked a smile and flicked out his arms to start his own explanation. That was stuff I was gonna do. Counting 1, 2, 3 on his fingers. Autumn listed off each part of the letter simply. Hello says hi to people around, go out, visit the town or another neighborhood or whatever. And that means go to my neighborhood. Autumn stopped at the countdown to pat the sturdy wooden wall behind him with pride. Right here. I get it now. I'm getting it too. Ah, right, yeah. The only being that my mom and dad told me. They talked about how people were moving in next door and how there was going to be a kid my age and that their name was Callie Wolf. It was cool to me. So I wrote it down. That way I wouldn't forget. And I even took it out and read that page to make sure it'd be something that I would remembered. Looks like I forgot after all. Wow, you're such a sad brain, said fondly. Autumn patted down the front of his jacket with all the surety in the world. You guess that's where the pocket with the notebook was sat. More like organized brain. But I'm gonna stick with you now. Whoever took my paper is still out there, and you are the target. Maybe you're not a sorceress, Keith, but what the paper airplane is? Why are you officially an idiot? We'll figure it out, and you won't have to worry about anything. The thing wasn't on live. What do you mean the thing wasn't on live? How? What did you do? I need to know now. Please do tell me. You can have it. I was gonna ask that. Sure. I feel like you should know, Owl. What did you do to make it live? Super, do we have a plan? You stood up tall, accepting you're now partner on this trip, and laid out the next part. Yeah, I know which way we should go now. We have to go back to the spot in the forest with 2 dark paths. I know that place. It's right nearby. Let's do this. And so you started walking along the autumn tree line with your now partner in adventure. Autumn came alongside you with bold sand steps. You're going to find that paper airplane parcel. Soon you reached the head of the path. You're at the crossroad once more, but you brought back knowledge and this boy with you. So this is the one we're on. You use one half outstretched finger to point to the forest path, though you realized you probably didn't need to do that. You actually tucked your hands around your back instead. Then, while twirling in place, you tried to keep on going like nothing happened. Down there is the only road, but I haven't looked that other way on that side. Now you try pointing again, directing his gaze to the second imprint at this forked passage. With a tilt of his head, Autumn grinned in agreement. That makes sense to me. I don't think it does. They also give me Tubber vibes, with like the outfit and the bandana around the neck. Oh, I'm getting hungry, which also means it's probably time to go to bed. I wonder how long this demo is. Because it's taking forever. Could do a part 2. At some point. I don't want to go on for too long, because I don't want to go to bed. The decision was easily made. You and his crunching footsteps started up again in unison. And still your journey continued. Once you went through the foresty path, you truly entered the wild woods. Nothing else surrounded you any longer. You know, hence why they make long streams. I've had demos that lasted, like, at least 20 minutes. I've played games that last, like, 10 minutes max. I remember one, to be specific. I might do a part 2 of this. Tomorrow. I am boiling. Ray! Baby! Hi! Don't give me the side eye. You and I too, Ray. So nice, she's tucked her head back in the duvet. The duvet cave she made for herself. No. I think we'll get to the next bit of this area. And then save and then stream that. Because my voice feels like it's going as well. Not Floof. Floof is somewhere else. Ray Maltz. My dogs don't steal my bed. Ray will only come to my bed for a warm body. Or in like specifically morning and afternoon. When I'm awake and I move from where I lay, because I have my pillow how normal people have it. It's horizontal, and then I have my other pillow to the side where I sleep. So it's vertical. Because I'm used to single bed, so I just make my double bed a single bed. So then I have pillar to like lay on. So I can like sleep in a straight angle. If that makes any sense. Like I go mostly straight. Then my torso kind of just turns. And I'm laying in like an angle-ish. It's comfy. But that's like a good part of having a double bed. I can do that. And I can't in a single bed. But like, because of that, it's also the perfect Ray dog length. So if I move from that spot, she will go right behind me and lay right there. So if I want to lay back down, I've got to go around her, onto the edge near my bedside table, and lay down that way. So I'm going straight, and then curve the other way into the most uncomfortable spot. She doesn't care. But then there's times where I don't get up, and she just slides into place. Acting all smug. That was where I got the photo from. Anyway, she was resting partly on my pillow. And then moved, so she wasn't on my pillow at all. I also feel like I'm losing my voice from just recording so much and now streaming. Oh, the stuff I do for content. I love it. I mean, the plus side if I do lose my voice is that I can avoid conversations with my dad, which is, I don't talk to him that often. It's more, do you want dinner? Do you want a cuppa? Do you want a Coke? Or advice on whatever game he's playing. And yeah, I try losing my voice in high school. Like talking stuff for like mock tests when you have to speak in public speaking stuff. I tried to lose my voice to not be able to do them, and I never did. I don't think I've ever lost my voice, which is kind of funny. I find it funny, but I might be losing my voice at the moment. Yeah, I know it's 2 a.m. I usually go to sleep at like 5 in the morning. I'm usually in bed an hour ago. And then I just go on Character AI, texting bots, giggling to myself, and occasionally listening to music whilst texting bots. I text bots throughout the day anyway. So, that doesn't change anything. At all. I wake up around 12 p.m., maybe 1 in the afternoon, lay in bed until 3, 4 in the morning. 3, 4 from afternoon to morning again. 3, 4 in the afternoon. The thing is, I like being awake during the night, because I'm a night owl, obviously. I don't like being awake during the day, because I have nothing to do. Most of my friends are also American. I'm probably ending stream soon anyway, so thank you. I'm probably gonna want to rest my voice soon as well. Fun! Try and get some reasonable sleep, Owl. Especially if you're trying to get a job. Going to sleep in the afternoon probably isn't good, unless you want to get a night shift. Like Slender Bear has. Take advice from the jobless. Content creation is my job then again. You should fix your sleep cycle, considering I'm pretty sure you want to get a job during the day. Correct me if I'm wrong. So fixing your sleep cycle is like number one priority other than getting a job. Owl! No! Stop fixing your sleep schedule now! So then, when you do get your job, you're not gonna be late and then get fired from your job and have to then go repeat the process of searching for a new job. Also, get universal credit until you get a job. Because then you're at least getting money that way. I was supposed to have done it like last year, but I have 20 grand in one account and I need to sort that out before I sort out my universal credit. So please go to sleep soon. At least within the next hour or two, preferably. I beg of thee. comes from the person who doesn't. Fun fact, it is possible to do so. There's also this thing called tricking your mind into thinking that you're sleeping. There's white noise. There's plenty of things that you can do. Knocking yourself out is also a good thing. Also very dangerous. Probably don't do that one. You upload a CV to CV library, edit it, download it, and put it on Indeed. That's what you need to really do. You should also use a CV checker, because it can give you, like, tips. Sucks for you. It can give you tips on, how to improve your CV, because that's what my dad did. That's my dad's advice. To improve your CV, and you might have a more successful chance of getting a job. Probably also try for night shift jobs as well. Because that's when you're mostly awake. It seems reasonable enough to me. So maybe try investing in earplugs. Up. Gonna commit the save. I did not intentionally do that. I'm also just casually clicking instead of reading aloud because my voice is slowly going. It's fine. I might just end here actually and load from where I saved. It's not that far. Oh my god, my voice. It's gone from normal voice to just slowly dying. It is amusing. But I also can't tell if it's actually changed over the progressive of my stream. I think this is why I don't talk as much nowadays, because I used to be a chatterbox as a kid. According to my aunt. And possibly my nan. I don't remember which one said it actually. I think it was my aunt. I don't like my aunt. You with the owl. Earplugs are not headphones. Earplugs are literally made out of foam that you put to block out sound. To an extent. You don't need your phone for earplugs. They're also typically orange. These ones I've seen. Anyways, I am gonna yeet myself into a bed. Not even gonna bother with my pyjama top. It needs to go to the wash. I did the wash a few hours ago. I am a mess. So. But I am a somewhat functioning mess. Okay. Use account control. Escape. You too. You better not message the group chat at like 5 in the frickin' morning. Oh. My god. Owl. Should also probably shower at a reasonable time. Like, I don't know. 7, 8 p.m. Maybe in the afternoon so I can dry off during the day. You're not doing anything then. That's what I do. I'm just saying. Yes. Adios, people. Oh, you're probably gonna have to text me your response because I'm next stream. I'll probably end up being confused one way or another. Watch yourself. 10 o'clock, so otherwise that's when we missed. Bye! Stop stream. You'll not be able to reconnect. Your stream will stop and you'll no longer be live. That is the entire point, OBS. I no longer want to be live.